again, it's Joey Joe McGuire. I have recovered from my visit to hospital yesterday. My foot well enough to travel to Stepney Green, where I'm in the Half Moon, a pub I've been in many times before. Wonderful Wetherspoons pub. God bless Tim Martin. I'm never disappointed by Wetherspoons and his wonderful staff. I'm about to recite my latest poem about my Uncle John, who I only met twice in my life. Once when I was a little boy of 3 for a few moments, and then later in my life when he was losing the second of his legs to gangrene. The poem tells the story. It's called John's Story, and it is the second poem in my latest book, Excess Baggage. I pinched the picture off Google, but it's only a one-off. It's not for sale. By Joey Joe McGuire. The story is John's story, dedicated to my Uncle John, bless his heart. John's story. To tell the truth, I didn't know him from Adam. Nevertheless, I still took it upon myself on request to visit my father's brother, his only contribution to my life, a pair of oversized boxing gloves at the tender age of 3. A womanizing bachelor, in my mother's eyes, a distasteful excuse for a man. But then she never did speak well of him. Strange, really, with him being the spit image of her husband and subsequently me. Undeterred by hearsay, my visit went ahead. A copy of a recent Mayfair mag tucked discreetly under my arm, an icebreaker more than a gift, though its titillation wasn't required, as John was charm itself, a journeyman who'd seen a bit of life, and he was thrilled to see the man last seen when he was just a little boy of 3. 3 hours I stayed at his bedside, an hour for every year I'd been. The stench of gangrene ever present, but never pugnacious enough to send me running, and it was obvious from the empty, flattened bedsheets one leg had already been taken away. More likely than not, both these things the reason that I stayed. We had a great time. I gathered he had no deep regrets, smoked and drank himself to death. But what a life, he said, with all those lovely women. So it was only right that his time had come to play. John died 6 months later, totally legless as per usual. He would have liked that pun, and how he would have laughed at his funeral to hear the priest declare, "Let this be a lesson to you all," and later at his wake to see them all scrapping over his money, of which I knew there was none. I for one remember smiling wryly, so poignant had my visit been that day. Those 3 well-spent hours had certainly been a valuable lesson to me. And as for John, he paid his outstanding bill, and with him in a better place now, I am proud to be the one to tell his tale. Bless you, Uncle John, wherever you are. Joey Joe McGuire.